storm on the horizon, crucial injuries, and defensive challenges for the 49ers. In today's edition of the San Francisco 49ers Report, we will address the concerns surrounding Trent Williams' injury, which initially was not anticipated to be a prolonged one. We will analyze the implications of this and provide an update on the injuries to Aaron Banks and Deebo Samuel, along with offering a detailed analysis of the team's injury report. Regarding Trent Williams, there has been a positive development, and there is a possibility of him participating in Sunday's game against the formidable defensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. During Thursday's practice at the SAP Performance Center, Williams was observed with his ankle heavily taped, showing considerable agility. Although his participation is not yet confirmed, his status for the game is likely to be questionable. Given his age and the mentioned ankle injury history, as shared by Kyle Shanahan in this report, the decision on his participation is pending and will not be made in the coming days. However, Trent Williams' return to the practice field and his presence, at least in the initial phase of practice, indicate the possibility of him attempting to play. We will continue delving into this update on Trent Williams' injury, and as mentioned, provide more information on Aaron Banks, Deebo Samuel, and also uncover the resilience of defensive coordinator Steve Wilks in the face of criticism and his strategy to overcome the recent losing streak. All of this is currently unfolding in the realm of the San Francisco 49ers. Stay tuned for all the details and subscribe to the 49ers Zone channel. Report on the current health situation of the San Francisco 49ers. The report highlights the presence of injured players on the offensive line, specifically Trent Williams and Aaron Banks. During the clash with the Cleveland Browns, Williams suffered an ankle injury, remained in the game, but experienced difficulties. Although he returned and participated in that encounter, he was absent in the matchups against the Vikings and the Bengals. Initially believed to be a non-serious ankle injury, with an anticipated return after the break, his recovery has been slower than expected. It is mentioned that his ankle injury history and age could be influencing his recovery process. Coach Kyle Shanahan expresses concern about Williams' ankle injury history with the following words. "I think there's obviously some concern, especially when you have a long history of ankle injuries and things like that. It didn't show up as a high ankle sprain or anything like that, but when you've had that throughout your career, there are several things, and it's taken longer than expected to heal." In case Williams cannot participate against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jalen Moore will fill in at left tackle. Despite Moore's good performance this year, it is acknowledged that he cannot be compared to Williams, who is considered one of the best left tackles in the game. Moore has presented good statistics in previous games, but Williams has an exceptional track record and has had a standout season this year. Detailed statistics are provided on Moore's performance in Williams' absence, highlighting his lack of penalties and high ratings according to Pro Football Focus. However, it is emphasized that, despite his positive performance, Moore cannot match the quality and consistency of Williams on the field. In summary, the report underscores concern over Trent Williams' injury and the possibility of him not participating against the Jaguars, leading Jalen Moore to take his position. Although Moore has performed well, it is acknowledged that Williams is an exceptional player, and his absence could impact the 49ers' offensive line. Now, let's talk about Aaron Banks, a topic that went somewhat unnoticed due to the 49ers break. He will be absent for 3 weeks due to a toe injury suffered against the Bengals. Although he has proven to be one of the statistically best left guards in football this year and the previous one, he ranked third among interior offensive linemen in the rate of missed blocks, indicating his ability to effectively maintain his blocks. It is interesting to note that sometimes statistics do not tell the whole story. Despite his modest Pro Football Focus ratings, Banks' actual performance has been more outstanding than the figures suggest. Throughout this year, he has participated in 476 plays, with 262 pass-blocking plays, and has only conceded 3 penalties, no sacks, per hits allowed, and 11 pressures. The 49ers could feel his absence, especially facing the stout defense of Jacksonville, led by Josh Allen. Although Jacksonville sometimes takes a backseat defensively, They are allowing fewer than 20 points per game this year, ranking 5th in third down percentage and 10th in red zone defense. San Francisco aims to surpass 20 points for the first time since the start of their 3-game losing streak. Although they are ranked 23rd in yards per game, they have shown strength in red zone and third down defensive situations, ranking 5th and 10th, respectively. Sometimes, total yardage statistics can be overrated. The crucial aspect is how many points are allowed. In this regard, Jacksonville is allowing less than 20 points. In other updates from the San Francisco injury report, Aaron Banks will be absent due to the toe injury. Trent Williams' participation in the matchup against the Jaguars is uncertain. Receiver Ray McCloud was not present at the facilities earlier in the week and did not participate in Wednesday's practice due to illness. Drake Jackson was limited by a knee injury. As for the latest information on Deebo Samuel, the good news is that, according to the injury report, Deebo, who is recovering from a clavicle fracture, is not listed as injured and participated in this week's practices for San Francisco. Updates on the 49ers defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, remains steadfast amid criticism and pledged to weather the storm. Facing growing criticism and a recent dip in defensive performance, 49ers defensive coordinator Steve Wilks remains defiant. Despite a wave of scrutiny after 2 consecutive losses, Wilks stands firm, expressing confidence in himself, the coaching staff, and the players. Wilks, the first external hire for the defensive coordinator position in the team's recent history, has faced intense pressure to maintain the high standards set by the 49ers defense since 2019. The recent decline in the team's performance has led to a barrage of criticism against Wilks, resulting in a significant change. He has been moved from the booth to the sideline. Addressing the recent change, Wilks said, "I can honestly say that I'm built for this. Not in an arrogant way, but I've always believed that there are 2 things: what you hear and what you pay attention to. So, I hear a lot of outside noise. I don't pay attention to it, whether it's good or bad. I've been doing this for a long time, and I understand the emotions of this game and what we play at this level." Despite the team's recent 3-game losing streak, Wilks remains steadfast, emphasizing the need to maintain composure. "We're in a good position. We need to turn it around. We have a lot of football ahead of us. We want to start progressing, get better in November, and start playing our best football in December. I've seen this. I've been here. I can get through it. I'm the new guy. It is what it is. I trust myself. Most importantly, I have confidence in those players and coaches that we're together and we'll overcome this." Wilks is not alone in his firm belief. Although the move from the booth to the sideline raised eyebrows, defensive issues do not solely rest on his shoulders. The recent adjustment might be a catalyst for change, but the real turning point could be the players returning to the fundamentals that have defined the 49ers' formidable defense in the past. The upcoming game against the Jaguars will be a litmus test for Wilks and the defense. If they can show stellar performance, the move to the sideline could be hailed as a shrewd strategy. It's a critical moment for the 49ers, and Wilks seems ready to prove that recent adjustments and criticisms will not break his determination or that of his team. The stage is set for a comeback, and Steve Wilks is determined to lead the charge. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the world of the San Francisco 49ers. We are thrilled about what the future holds and look forward to sharing it with you. Until next time, keep supporting your team.